How you doing? Hey, how's it going?
Are we in?
I think we're in. Maybe. Yeah,
Maybe.
I think.
You still got some vibrating noise in the background on my end. I don't know if it is on your end.
I don't know what the hell's going on here.
Did you break it? So we're not in, see? Shit's fucked up again. Go buy the shirt.
It's in. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Matt Hedrick was wearing that shirt this weekend at the racetrack. Are we in? Nope. Shit's fucked up.
It's fucking broken.
Shit's broken. Shit's broken. Shit is broken.
Yeah, I feel like we're real loud.
Are there? We good now?
Yeah,
Test. 1, 2.
I think so. I'm just watching meters go up and down here.
We did have to revamp everything because of the last vibrating noise in the background. Did you leave something on, John? It's not on my end. It's only when Dano talks.
What the fuck?
Because I can hear it in my microphone or my headphones too.
Probably fucking Discord. Okay, turn that on.
My dad says, "Yo, mofos."
What's going on here?
Vibrating noise in the background. I can't believe he asked me if I left something on.
Vibrating noise. Hold on. Check 1, 2. Hello.
It's not a. Well, it says you're not very loud. The viewers are saying you are not very loud.
Okay, I'm working on that. Yeah, I can't hear myself hardly at all. What the hell is going on here?
Yeah, see, he's loud and clear on my end, but it's got that little buzz effect. Low tone buzz. Like a vibrating reverb. No, I didn't hear it. Back away from your mic. Just a cunt hair.
Hello. Well, I have to be on top of it so that...
Well, not... Yeah, but yeah, you were eating it. Get a little bit closer. A little bit closer. A little bit closer. Hey, say fuck you, John. I know you want to. What's up, Joey? Feature winner from this past weekend.
I get so fucking aggravated about this stuff. Fucking, you think you get aggravated? Like, I want to just fucking hit the end stream button and walk away. I get so fucking mad about this shit, dude.
See, whatever you just changed, it made the vibrating come back. Because when I was telling you to say, fuck you, John, like it wasn't doing it. Oh, really? Oh, see, it's not vibrating.
Didn't change anything. Changed nothing.
Do you have a vibrator over there that you didn't shut off?
Negative.
See, now you're a little loud. I don't hear the reverb, but it's a little loud.
I swear to God, I'm gonna uninstall everything and fucking reinstall it all. There's a delay, and I'm mad, and this is not good. Okay, I think we're getting better now. But why
See,
am
I think
not...
it's getting a little better.
Why am I not?
So while Dana is figuring some of this out, what is everybody doing? How was everybody's weekend? What all did everybody do? We know what Joey did. He went out there Friday night at Columbus and put a little bit of a spanking on him. Hunter probably got done cleaning his car from his... I don't even know what place he finished now. I was going to be a smart ass and say it was like 10th place finish, but I think he actually finished in the top 10.
Yeah, I don't know which order they were in, but I saw Rayburn in 5th and 6th.
Yeah, that's probably right. 5th. I know Hunter was in front of Logan because Logan was trying to run Hunter down and he spun out in the process.
Okay, what if I do this? Let me turn this up.
That's loud.
Turn that back down.
That's so loud.
Okay, try that. How's that? What's that sound like? That sounds
A little better. It's
sounds
still
like
got
it's
that.
okay.
It's still got that little bump, vibrating thing at the end, but I don't think it's really that bad.
I don't understand what you're hearing there. Like,
I don't know. Does anybody else hear the vibrating little like vibrate at the end of his when he talks when his mic cues up? If not, then fuck it. We're gonna go on and I'll deal with it. I'm happy with it.
Yours is gained out like crazy.
Really? Do I need to back some shit out?
Yeah, I need to back it off a little bit.
Let's see.
Because if you yell, it's gonna go.
Check 1, 2. Is that better? I turned it down some.
Keep going.
A little more? A little more?
Yeah. There you go.
A little more. How about now?
That's
Is that
better.
good? All right, there we go.
That's better.
Fun fact: I had to reinstall the software 5 minutes before we went live because my microphone and headphones was not picking up. So we're all having some rushing around a little bit to try and get the sound working right. Hey, that's just the little parts of it that goes with having to do these live and not doing it like some other people where that is their full-time job where they get to sit there all fucking week and edit the audio and make it sound all nice and pretty. You get what you get. It's raw, uncut. We're here. Fucking deal with it.
Yep.
So, hell yeah, dude.
Trying
all
to
right,
figure it all out.
That's all right.
I probably
let's
look
roll
at my
into
fucking
it.
notes here.
Today is June 9th. We are on season 7, season 7. Jesus Christ, season 4, episode 4. Today is National Kids Day.
Hey, kids.
Fuck them kids.
I don't have kids.
No, they were really good today. They were actually pretty good today. Bexley's been playing around the house and hanging out, and Mason's been playing, and he's been pretty good and hasn't been crying. Karina is able to actually get a bunch of stuff done back here this morning, which is why this room is a disaster right now. She's got a bunch of tumblers made and some shirts made and stuff today for some orders that she was backed up on while I was cleaning the whole entire living room and getting all of the kids' shit picked up. And then Owen should be home soon. He was at his dad's this weekend. So then today is also, I don't know if there's any correlation with this, but today is National Sex Day.
Well, that's not a bad problem to have, I don't think.
The old coitus.
Let me, bear with me here. I'm going to fucking bring up the old podcast on the
old cellular device.
old cellular device here.
Yeah. Today is also National Strawberry Rhubarb Pie Day. What? Yeah, hang on. We're going to back up real quick. Hunter said it's a bad problem to have if you ain't getting it. And Logan
I'm listening to
said,
myself.
We're gonna back up. And Logan says, damn, I can't participate today.
Well,
See, it is one of those deals where you could go back to Lion's Den, like we talked about a few episodes ago. You may not be able to do the old coitus, but you guys can go drop like $350 and get you a blowjob machine. That'll take care of something for you. You're tired of using your hands.
Yeah.
Hey, sometimes having fun comes with a price to pay. So
That's true.
I mean, you guys already know that. You guys both fucking own race cars, so. Back to it. Today is also National Strawberry Rhubarb Pie Day. I don't know what the fuck rhubarb is, but I like strawberry and I like pie. So I can't. I feel like rhubarb is some kind of root.
Rhubarb is the fleshy edible stalks of species and hybrids of rheum in the family whatever, which are cooked and used for food. So it's kind of like, looks almost like a celery, like a red celery.
About it.
I didn't hear that. What was that?
Can't we just do? I don't know about it. Can we just do National Strawberry Pie? Leave the rhubarb. Hold the rhubarb, please. Doesn't sound appealing. Don't put celery in my fucking pie.
Well, it doesn't taste like celery. It just looks like celery. Like, I would imagine you just like smash it up, and I mean, it's red with like green leaves. So
I like celery. I just don't feel like there should be any fibrous stuff in my pie.
What does rhubarb taste like? What rhubarb tastes like is really a question about what it tastes like when it's cooked with sugar to make it palatable.
So it's very fucking bitter.
Then it tastes pleasantly tart, like a bit like a green apple, with a very hint of vegetal celery flavor.
See, it does taste like celery. So right. It's kind of bitter, and they have to sweeten it up. Just
which is why it goes in with strawberries. So there you go.
Have to start calling my wife rhubarb.
The rhubarb.
You gotta sweeten her up to make her nice.
You leave her alone, man.
No, I'm just kidding.
She's gonna punch you in the face.
She'll be all right. So oh, she's listening. Look there. She is in the chat.
Rude.
We got some weekend recap shit to talk about. We did some fun.
I'm so tired.
Oh, I'm not talking about this past weekend.
I'm still tired.
Oh, my goodness. Poor Dano, man. So, one thing for most of you guys that didn't get to see, we did our live podcast last week.
That reminds me, I got to put the audio on Spotify.
You got to trim it, too. Don't worry about it tonight. Who gives a fuck? What'd you tell me before this? It's our own fucking podcast.
Our own fucking podcast. We can do whatever we want.
There we go. So, we had a really cool episode. We surprised Owen, got him back on here.
Yeah.
Did some Bean Boozled with him, and then did some more surprises, and told him, okay, let's shut this shit down and let's get ready to leave because we are going golfing.
Yeah.
Not only during the day, but we're doing some glow golfing at night. Yeah. And then we hit him with another surprise that, hey, also tomorrow we are going to an air show to watch some old historic planes and some jets and all kinds of different shit. So, man, what a time. Like, we signed off. I had so much fun doing the glow golfing. I've always wanted to do it. I've never had the opportunity around here.
It's so much fun.
And it was so much fucking fun, man. Like,
yep.
I want to do it again so fucking bad. Like, that was, and I told, like, Owen was so frustrated. I told Karina, I need to get Owen to more baseball games and have him watch golf just because he is so competitive. And I don't ever want him to lose his competitive nature, but I want him to understand that he cannot be perfect.
Right.
You know, he wants every shot to be dead nuts perfect. And it doesn't work like that. All the professionals, I mean, there's a reason why, 7 out of 10 bats, they're probably getting out. They're not getting on base.
Right.
Or, all these guys that are, fucking 150 yards out,
they're not hitting it in the hole every time.
Not hitting it in the hole, man. Like, they're getting a good approach, but they're not hitting it in the hole. It happens sometimes. Of course, you didn't fucking help that out any, because the first hole out you chipped one in.
That's true.
So he sees Dano do it. Now he thinks everybody has to do it.
Yeah.
So
I did too. I
but
fucking rolled that fucker right in there.
I was like, hell yeah! I said,
And it
I'm
wasn't
gonna
just
put
like
my
a
shit
little
up.
6, 7, 8 foot little bump and run, like half putt rolled in the hole. We were still a good 25, 30 feet away from the green.
Yeah.
I fucking chipped
Yeah,
it in.
I was still getting my wedge out, getting ready to help little, chip shot it up there. Hell, I don't even think I got to use my putter till the third hole. So,
I'm just
but
glad
no,
you finally got to see me play golf, and like I don't suck. Like
no,
I'm pretty
and
good.
I don't know. Do I suck as bad as you thought I was going to?
No, you hit one on, was that hole number 1 there within like fucking, I don't know, 6
Yeah,
feet of the
but
pin?
Yeah, but dude, somebody screamed 4 right in my downswing, right when I'm following through. Somebody goes 4, yell it from another hole, and I'm fucking already committed, dude. I didn't even know where the ball went. I just was hiding behind the fucking cart, and I look over, and we're like, what, 5 feet, 4
6,
feet
7
from the
feet,
pin?
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, dude. I was like, oh, fuck. I just need all you fuckers to scream 4 at me for the rest of the day when I'm, driving off.
Man, to top it all off, like I had that fucking ear infection, bro.
Yeah.
I
And
was
you
fucking
tell.
miserable.
And that's why I want to redo, because you were playing really good, and you could just tell your game was falling off. You just weren't feeling good, and like
I'd been awake since like 7 o'clock that morning because I had to work at the golf course already that morning, and it was just my ear hurt already, and it was bad.
But I do want to do that again. I thought it was a lot of fun. That like I was going with the whole Owen thing. Like I kept telling him, like he's like, "Are we winning?" And I'm like, "Buddy, like this is one of the first times in golf that I haven't kept score. I don't give a fuck. I am so happy to be out here just having fun with you and Dano, man. I'm just so happy to be out here just having fun. That's all I care. I don't care if we win or lose. I don't give a shit. I said I'm just having a good time, buddy.
Yeah.
I said I'm just in it with you guys.
I tend to lose track of that when I'm playing just golf anyway. I start getting kind of pushing over the edge of getting too competitive instead of just going out and just hitting the ball and chasing it around and being an idiot. Like I quit looking for golf balls in the woods because like. And I forgot that like it's fun to go find golf balls in the woods,
Yeah, it's a little easier at nighttime. I found one of yours that was it yours or mine? I can't remember. One of the other. Yeah, but we had one laying there at the edge of the woods. They're a lot easier to find in the woods when they're fucking glowing green.
Yeah, and if you can imagine like trying to explain to people like there's tons of green out on the golf course, and anything that is green at nighttime is black. So
absolutely,
imagine
black,
just shining a light in like a dark room with like a little teeny tiny laser, and that's what it's like with the golf ball glowing out in the middle of the fairway. Like you can watch it careen off the fucking trees and shit, and like it's fucking great. I love it. It's like being in a Star Wars movie.
Well, and it was like we'd be sitting there, we'd be waiting for the team in front of us, man, and it was just cool just to sit there and relax. It's the calm of the night, man.
Yeah.
Like, and you could just look around and just see. I mean, everybody. It wasn't just green balls, man. Everybody had some like blue ones, some red ones. They had some that were. They had all different colors. And if you just looked across, if you were on the outside of the golf course, kind of looking in, I mean, they're just fucking zinging every which way. I mean,
it's not
so
just
cool,
that.
dude.
Like
to see all the flashing lights and shit.
Yeah, the hole is lit up. Like there's glow sticks and shit blinking around the hole, and there's a light down in the hole that's flashing, and there's a light on the flagstick that's flashing and making all kinds of colors. Like it's fun.
It's a good time, man. And then we got to have more fun the next day. It was a little spicy, little warm out, but it was a good fucking time, dude. I had not been to an air show since probably 2006, so it would have been almost 20 years since I had been back. That's something my grandpa used to take me to as a tradition. So it had been that long since he had passed away that I never did go after he passed away. So that was the first one that I had done in almost 2 decades. So,
nice.
Which makes me feel old as fuck to say, but
got to see some old cool World War II airplanes, including C-47 Douglases, which D-Day was a few days ago. We are now D-Day plus 80 years and 3 days. So
Crazy.
the C-47 Douglas was the plane that the paratroopers jumped out of preceding D-Day that morning. So this TV show Band of Brothers, when they jump in the, into the thing there, that's what they're about. And then we got to see the P-51 Mustang.
Kamikazes.
Yeah, the old kamikazes, the Zeros.
They put on a hell of a show, dude.
Yeah,
man,
that was cool, man.
I got that badass picture when they blew the whole ground up when they did their final flyby.
Yeah,
that was pretty fucking cool too.
And then to top it all off, we ended the day with the Navy's Blue Angels.
And dude, like the whole show, it was so cool. Like you sit down, you just kind of look, and they do some tricks in front of you and stuff. Man, if you're sitting down for the Blue Angels, there's something wrong because they're everywhere. I mean, they're all around you, and you're just waiting for it. You're checking them out. Oh man, where's this one at? Where are they coming from this time? Oh, check them out. They're doing this.
Yeah.
They have you on your feet. Some chest pounding fucking reverbs behind the engines on those things. It is absolutely fucking incredible.
Yeah,
I forgot how cool
badass.
those damn things were. I held Owen's ass up in the air. He's a little chunky feller now. I can't hardly hold him up, but I was holding him just so he could watch him take off and stuff when they were getting buckled in and strapped out and ready to go. It was such a fucking cool time, dude. We had such a good time.
Loved it. Oh, shit. Yeah. And then I knew you guys were coming to town, so I was pissed off that I had that, inner ear infection going on, and it was one of those things like where I just had to stick it out, dude. Like I wanted so bad to go home and go to bed and get some rest because I wasn't sleeping, and like I could barely eat anything. And I actually ended up going to the emergency room Sunday night, Monday morning because I hurt so bad. Like somebody just hit me on the left side of my face with a ball bat. So I still got a little bit. You'll see me sitting here going, I'm popping my ear
trying
and
to
shit.
get it cleared out, popping it up. Yeah.
So I have an appointment with an ENT on Friday to go get my hearing tested and get my ear checked out. So hopefully everything is like, oh, it was just a pill. Here you go. This will solve it right now. And I'll be like, yes. So,
yeah.
Played some rock and roll this weekend. First time in about 6 weeks. Went pretty good.
You're back at Linton, right?
Yep, a place called The Vault. We had about a pretty nice little decent crowd the first couple sets, and then everybody just left. I honestly think the days of people staying out and partying until 2-3 o'clock in the morning are over, because for some reason we can't keep a crowd much past 11:30. So next time that we go to book gigs, I'm just going to mention to the guys and be like, you know what, we're going to play 8 to 11. We're going to play a 3-hour show, and that's going to be it. Yeah. We'll take a fucking 10-minute break in between, and
if somebody wants a fucking encore, bump an extra hour in there if they're gonna have people there.
No, we're not bumping an extra hour for nothing. You're fucking paying for it. I'm telling you right now.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We're gonna have a hard stop at the end of the shows because I'm not doing this bullshit of starting 15 minutes late because fucking shit's broke or somebody wanted to add a piece of gear or a light or something to the system, and the next thing you know, we got to play a half hour over. Nope, not doing that shit no more. Hard stop at a stop time, man. Fucking just like a curfew. I'm done with all the extra bullshit. I don't make no more money, you know what I mean, playing extra. So being there later, if the bar owners and venues want to fucking bitch about, oh, you guys didn't play the full 3 or play the full hours, then fucking figure out what 15 minutes fucking costs and fucking take it off the top of the pay. I don't care. I'm not staying here any longer.
Right. Do the math, find the percentage.
Yeah, do the math, find the percentage, take that money.
Home.
Fuck you, I'm out. I've already unplugged my shit. I'm not plugging it back in. Fucking, that's just the way it is. Still making the same $100 I was 20 years ago.
Yeah, take that off the top and put it in your fucking jukebox to entertain yourself for the next 15 minutes.
Yeah. Go clean the bathroom and you'll be fine. You won't even notice we're here.
So, hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Well, today, we went down to Friendship today. Have you ever heard of that? It's a little town that does like a big-ass fucking flea market. They do it twice a year. It's for a full week. And I'd never been down there. Karina said she was down there one time years ago and said that they actually went to like the little one. Something happened where they didn't go all the way into Friendship, where there's a big fucking deal going on, so I don't know. She came home today. She had to take some stuff to town, do a delivery, and she came back, and I was like, hey, she called me when she was leaving town. She's like, hey, I'm on my way home. You need anything before I leave town? I said, no. I said, would you like to go on a walk with us, though? I said, I'm getting the kids ready, and I've actually got a brand new bicycle, so
Saw that.
we were
Yeah,
gonna take
cool.
her out so she could ride her bicycle, and I was gonna push Mason around.
Getting
And
too
I bet
big,
you we
man.
got like a block away, and she was like, Karina's like, well, I thought about going down to Friendship, but you guys got the podcast and stuff tonight, and I'm like, well, how far is it? She's like, it's an hour, and at this time it's like 2:30. I'm like, the podcast isn't until 8. Let's go. What the fuck? So we made it a block, and we turned around, came back home. And I was like, let's just load up. The diaper bag's ready. The kids are freshly changed. Like, let's fucking go.
Let's go. Sure.
So we just drove on down there and checked out the flea market. Got me a couple new knives here. So
Nice.
got some new. That one dropped straight out there. That one right between my legs. That scared me. Did you hear me fucking stutter there?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You almost lost your wiener, buddy.
Yeah, luckily
wasn't for Karina putting a stop to you to your National Sex Day.
Luckily that was a little guy, but shoot, that one scared me a little bit.
Karina put a stop to your National Sex Day, and you almost did it. She didn't even have to. You almost did it yourself.
Yeah, that's karma. Live on camera, stab your wiener karma.
Yeah.
So, fuck yeah. All right, let's get into it. On this day in history, what happened many years ago on June 9th?
I don't know. Let's let Hedrick's Lawn Landscaping tell us what this segment is.
Hedrick's Lawn and Landscaping proudly presents This Day in History.
So I mentioned D-Day a little bit, and I think last year we actually had the episode on D-Day. It was June 6th. But just I watched all kinds of cool 80th anniversary D-Day stuff. They actually had paratroopers flying. The plane that we saw, the That's All Brother plane, actually flew that next morning back to Normandy, France. And
right.
they I don't know what to call them, the tribute jumpers or whatever, they actually jumped out of that plane into Normandy as the paratroopers did 80 years ago. So it's a little bit of a kind of a surreal thing. You know, a lot of World War II veterans are not going to be around in the next 10 years. I think out of all the people that served, 16.5 million people that served in World War II, there's only 119,000 of them left alive now.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And I went back and looked too. Our episode that we did that, it was actually episode 19. So we were still in season 1.
Wow.
And it was on June 5th. So it would have been the day before.
All right. I knew it was close.
Crazy. Yeah,
crazy,
I do remember. I remember talking about it. Yep.
That's one of my big, huge history things. So I love World War II history. My grandpa's a World War. He's passed away. When did Grandpa pass away? 17, Steph?
I saw a thing the other day that was a picture that said, once all men turn 35, they are faced with 2 tough decisions, and it's either to, 1, get seriously obsessed with World War II history or seriously into smoking meats. And I told Karina, I said, well, I think Dano and I got both those covered.
We got both
and
those
I'm not
covered.
even 35 yet.
Right. I was obsessed with World War II before I was 35.
Right.
My grandpa was a World War II veteran. He went through Normandy, was in the European theater up until I think like June or July, early July. This time in 1945. So he was there through the Nuremberg trials and all that shit. He went through the Battle of the Bulge. Was actually referencing Band of Brothers. Was actually stationed about 1.5 miles in the Ardennes forest from where Easy Company, which is the Band of Brothers show, where they were actually stationed. So he was pretty close to those badass dudes. And so I just kind of told Steph the other day, I said, you just can't imagine, like, you know, waking up, being awake on fucking June 6, 1944, and riding a Higgins boat through the English fucking Channel, and then fucking just dropping the gate, and you're almost looking down the barrel of a loaded gun, looking into certain death, you know? So it's just crazy. You know, if you get a chance to meet a World War II veteran, do it, because they'll probably not be around. I think they said by like 2035 there would be like less than 1,000 of them left alive.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's just nuts, man. I mean, obviously, people fucking die, but anyway, there was actually not a whole lot that went on around the world today in history. I've got probably about 12 to 15 things and a couple birthdays here. Very slim pickings today. In 1772, the first naval attack of the Revolutionary War took place in Providence, Rhode Island. In 1790, the first book copyrighted under the Constitution was a Philadelphia spelling book. I almost won a spelling competition in like 7th or 8th grade. You want to know what my word was that I lost?
Pickles.
Smorgasbord.
Oh, I'd lose too, dude. I love food, but I don't know how to spell that.
It's spelled Smorgasbord, and board like board foot or
Board.
Board, and that's what lost it for me. I've remembered that since like 6th or 7th grade. In 1803, British explorer Matthew Flinders arrives in Sydney, becoming the first person to circumnavigate Australia, proving that it was one continent. Sailed all the way around Australia in 1803. In 1909, big 106-year jump here, Alice Hewler Ramsey, 22-year-old housewife from Hackensack, New Jersey, becomes the first woman to drive across the United States. In a Maxwell 30, she drove 3,800 miles from Manhattan to San Francisco in 59 days.
Damn.
That's a long way.
Yeah,
Let's look at the top speed of a Maxwell 30 car. The 1910 Maxwell Model A top speed is 25 miles an hour.
Damn.
So imagine going from, let's see, what would be 25 miles away? It would take me an hour to get from here to Lincoln Park, basically. Actually, from halfway here to Lincoln, from here to Lincoln Park.
Only about halfway. You're only about a half hour, ain't you?
Yeah, it's about 30 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I know we passed it on the interstate on the way there, and just I remember looking down and seeing we were only about half hour out.
Right. 1910, a passenger on SS Arawata threw a bottle with a note overboard. It was found in June 6, 1983 in Queensland, Australia.
Damn.
That's nuts. That's crazy. 70 years later? That's insane. I mean, imagine how many like notes in a bottle out there just went, washed out to sea and went right to the bottom.
I've always wanted to do something like that, but
yeah.
We talked about it on our honeymoon, but it's just like, probably not.
Yeah, probably not. 1923, the American cash carrying company Brinks unveiled its first armored security van. Have you seen that video on YouTube where one of those vans gets attacked? And
no.
Oh man, I'll send it to you when we get done here tonight. It's pretty good. Guys fucking evasive driving like Jason Bourne and shit. It's fucking awesome. It's cool. So cool looking. In 1934, the first appearance of Donald Duck in a cartoon was called The Wise Little Hen. In 1943, U.S. President FDR signs current Tax Payment Act into law. Taxes withheld from workers' wages to go straight to the government. That's your favorite thing. You can blame Franklin D. Roosevelt for that shit.
Franklin Dickhead Roosevelt.
Oh, I got my double sound back on my sound effects now. It's cool.
It only came through once on my side, so that's okay.
Let's see here. In 1946, New York Giant Mel Ott becomes the first manager in MLB history to be ejected from both games of a doubleheader.
Damn.
Yeah. In 1953, a Worcester County tornado kills 94, injures 1,310, and leaves 10,000 people homeless. In less than,
I shouldn't have started the sentence like that, but it got me thinking. You said the tornado. And next month is when Twister 2 comes out.
Oh yeah.
I am so fucking excited to go see that, dude.
I'm excited to see.
I've watched.
Like, how they're gonna.
Yeah, I've
develop
seen
it,
like the theaters and stuff like that on it, or the trailers. That's
Right.
what it is. Trailers. My words are all fucked up tonight, but dude, it was awesome. Like, it's got all the new sound effects and shit. The new, you know what I'm talking about. Everything's all newer,
all
modern
and
day
digital.
shit.
Yeah.
And it's fucking awesome, man. It's so wild. The sound effects in it are so badass.
Nice.
The music they're using just gets your skin crawling. Fuck yeah, I'm ready.
In 1958, the novelty song "The Purple People Eater" by Sheb Wooley hit number 1. One-eyed,
he was a
one-horn,
one-eyed, one-horn, flying purple people eater.
Yeah.
One-eyed, one-horn, flying purple people eater.
Yeah, fuck yeah. 1972, Bruce Springsteen, the boss, signed a record deal with Columbia Records. In 1973, the 105th Belmont, Ron Turcotte aboard Secretariat wins in 2 minutes and 24 seconds, becoming the first Triple Crown winner in 25 years. They made a movie about that called Secretariat.
Secretariat.
Yep. In 1984, Cyndi Lauper gets her first U.S. #1 hit with Time After Time. 1984, Donald Duck's 50th birthday is celebrated at Disneyland.
What year was that?
1984.
I think that's my dad's. Hang on. Nah, hold on. I about made him way older than what he was supposed to be. That's the year that he graduated.
That's the year that I was born. In 1995,
Donald Duck is 50 years older than you.
Right. In 1995, one of the greatest movies of all time, Dumb and Dumber, premiered today.
I fucking love it. I love that movie so much.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
I gotta pee, man. So
Let's
cold.
go.
Just go, man.
Let's go, man.
Oh, it's so warm. It feels so nice.
And then a couple birthdays today. Natalie Portman turns 43. Michael J. Fox is 63. And old Johnny Depp, Pirates of the Caribbean, turns 61 today.
I got a jar of dirt.
Yeah, I got a jar of dirt. Guess what's inside it? This has been Hedrick's Lawn and Landscaping. This day in history. Yeah.
Yeah. So for my topic tonight, I seen something that was absolutely stupid.
Okay.
So do you remember here a little while back? The topic is called Journey to Titanic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see what's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy's
there's
like,
another.
we can do it because it's safe.
There's another billionaire out there that is planning to use his money to help launch a voyage to the wreckage of the Titanic for a second time to prove that, that
Get
it
the
can
fuck
be done,
out
I
of here,
guess.
dude, man. Fuck off. Like,
He's from Ohio too, so that tells me all I need to know. But
jeez Louise, man.
it says this is a terrible disaster, but in our opinion was an avoidable one. That's what he told him. His name is Larry Connor. It says, Ohio billionaire. He's preparing for launch to a voyage to the wreckage of Titanic, buried deep under the sea, just less than a year after the Titan submersible catastrophically imploded, killing its 5 passengers on board. Larry Connor is a real estate agent and a tech entrepreneur and explorer who has been to the International Space Station and the deepest parts of the ocean, and is the brains behind the voyage. Oh man! So
I'll tell you what, dude. Just give me...
This is saying he's 13,000 feet below the sea level, and the water pressure is hundreds of times greater than what it is on the surface. It says these can be dangerous conditions. We're going to go through the multiple steps, multiple certifications, and ensure that this vessel, and specifically the hull, is safe and sound. So the big difference here is we are using proven technology that's still innovative, but has been done the right way. As of right now, the new estimated plans to build this are $13 to $15 million. Said it will be named the Explorer and is set to be built with a goal to commence research dives by summer of 2026.
That's fucking stupid.
People don't learn their lessons.
I mean, you can make it as, in quotations here, safe as you want.
I'm not going.
You cannot avoid Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. The Titan submersible was proof of that.
I'm taking my floaties and I'm going home.
I'm going home. Exactly. Fucking dude, like
home.
$13 to $15 million. Like there's like that guy has fuck you money, okay? Like I do a pretty good job of making money that I can fuck off with, you know what I mean? Look. This is my Indy 500 winnings right here. This is $3 that I won for picking the highest finishing driver. There's a nice picture of it on Facebook. That's my $3 right there. You know what? That's car wash money. I made $3 off betting on the Indy 500. And this guy's got fucking 13 to 15 million of these to just fuck off and do things. There's homeless fucking veterans that allow you to do stupid shit like that haven't had a meal in a fucking week. God damn, dude.
But on the flip side, I am right there with you. I'm not
I'm all about it, man.
That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing is it's very frustrating for people like me and you that have to get up every fucking morning, bust your ass just to make a dime, and then you've got people out there that are billionaires just throwing it away. Yeah. And I guess on the flip side, if I'm gonna play devil's advocate, I guess maybe we are already on the devil's advocate side since we're already bitching. But I guess we'll just say on the other side of it, it is kind of cool though because there are many things in this world that we know about. Your historical deal that you have, where people have blown that fuck you money to do cool things and get new information and discover new things and new species and everything else.
I mean that's all good.
But I don't know what else. I don't know what else needs to be known about the Titanic.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like
Other than just I saw it.
I remember when. Yeah. Like. Who cares?
I saw a movie.
Who cares how big your dick is? Like, are you gonna walk into a restaurant?
I'm going to Gatlinburg a couple weeks from now. I'll check it. I'll check the fucking thing out down there. I'll draw a card and see if I'm one of the passengers that lived or died.
Right. You know, like that guy's probably thinking like, oh, I'm gonna get all kinds of like cool shit from the Titanic. Like, no, you're not, dude. Like that thing is literally like about to like non-exist. Like it's decaying at a rate now that like is so fast. That like when they when did they discover that thing? When was the Titanic found? 1985. So when they
go down.
When did it go down? 1913.
So that motherfucker was underwater for 70 years.
1912, April 14th, 1912. Yes, nobody. Well, they didn't have any like triangulation navigation then. Yeah. And they like found it by accident.
Can you imagine?
Just exploring.
Wow. I wonder how far away it was from where the accident happened. Because I know there was rescue boats and stuff that came out there and found the people that were floating around and shit that were, that did survive. So they had to understand, okay, the coordinates of where they were. I wonder how far away that fucker floated down underwater before it kind of came to a rest at the seafloor.
How far did the Titanic travel while it sank? Okay, the ship was found near Newfoundland, Canada, when it sank. It's about 400 miles off the coast. Most of the Titanic wreckage remains about 350 miles off the coast of Newfoundland.
That's a long ways.
So they said it only went no more than 5 to 8 miles after it hit the iceberg. And I saw something on Facebook a while back that basically said as it went down, it like floated like this, like a leaf, and then
underwater.
Underwater, and like the debris field was like like around like 2 miles or something like that. Like the two pieces are
crazy.
like, let me ask the right question here. How far are the two pieces of the Titanic? The bow and the stern are more than 2,600 feet apart. So like half a mile
Almost
apart.
a mile, half mile, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So-
wild though. But yeah, dude, like there's nothing. I don't think there's really anything that you can learn or gain anymore from the Titanic to where people, because obviously some of these people, like some of these explorers will come back with information that people will pay you for. Like they will put you on like documentaries and shit like that.
Yeah,
And you'll make some of this money back. I mean, you could make some handsome money out of it, but it's still one of those deals like.
And honestly, that's like the
This is
ultimate
old
goal.
news.
You know what I
This
mean?
is
Like
old
that's
news.
right. That's the ultimate goal. Is like, unless when a billionaire has money like that, their obvious thought is to like make more money. Like that's just the way fucking people are with that much money. And like me, like I usually don't buy anything unless I can make a few dollars off of it. Like the guitar I just bought, the Jackson guitar I just bought. I can sell that guitar for between $600 and $700. I paid like $450 for it.
Yeah.
So if I ended up not liking it, down the road it goes, and I can
flip it.
I can flip it, and that's, you know. But I'm thinking this guy is just out here to probably just prove that like he can go down there just because he's a billionaire. And you know, I mean, hats off to the guy. You want to go down there and fuck around and find out, like. Whatever you do, you know, just write me in your will before you go down. Remember me and Big John Steed here on the Just Got Off podcast, dude. You heard it here first.
I don't care if he just sends me $1,000.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I don't need your whole family fortune. Just, you know, buy me a new car or something.
He can nut that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not even fucking.
Add on to the back of my house for
Yeah.
like 50 grand and give me a golf sim and, you know, and somewhere where I can practice being good at nothing. So.
Yeah, I don't know, man. If you want to impress me, go down there and fucking find the megalodon or something. You know,
Yeah.
go do
But,
something.
dude, yeah, like I'm all about
go
shit
explore
like
some
that.
more shit.
Like, go down there and find a fucking crate of fucking valuable fucking wine or something that nobody's seen in 140 years.
Yeah, go find all the fucking tea from the Tea Party. I'm sure there's crates of that shit down in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring back some of that fucking, you know, unique Chinese fucking plate stuff, you know, like, what do they call that? So Chinese ceramic stuff.
Yeah.
You know? But they're saying that thing is like in the last last few years that it's degrading so fast that like at some point it's just gonna like just implode.
Corrosion, dude. Like the salt water is just
Yeah.
fucking. It's so corrosive. Like people don't understand how bad that shit is on metals.
Let's see. Okay, let me read through this here real quick. The Titanic's deterioration is caused by a combination of factors, including bacteria, corrosion, and the weight of the ship. Speed of the Titanic's deterioration increases as the upper levels of the ships crumble. For example, one collapse destroyed Captain Edward Smith's quarters, including his bathtub, which was a favorite image among Titanic enthusiasts. However, expedition team leader said that the overall damage to the ship is less severe than expected. The Titanic wreckage could entirely disintegrate in approximately 30 years.
Wow.
So, and like
That's
they were saying
wild that can happen in our lifetime.
Yeah, they were saying that, and recently because of like the way the world, like the climate is shifting and things like that, and like how the currents are different than what they were, it's bringing more bacteria and more deteriorating chemicals and ionized stuff into that area of the ocean, and it's accelerating faster than they originally thought. I think it was like 2130 something is when they said that there would be no evidence of the Titanic even ever being there. So that's 106 years from now. But now they're saying it could easily be as close to like 2065, 2070, 2075 that you won't even know that if you were exploring down there, you wouldn't even know that there was a shipwreck there.
That's nuts, dude.
And all because of how far it is below the ocean surface and like the shit that's going on, carrying currents and stuff, and fucking crazy, man.
Wow. That's all I got for that one. I just
I
wanted
love
to
talking
discuss.
about shit like that, man. I love
It is. I mean,
science.
I thought it was pretty wild when it happened. I know we talked about it on here too, like just the science of the implosion and how it happened and the different pressures and the depths and how many miles they were down and like we got even into like the milliseconds of how quick it happened to the point to where they didn't even know what the fuck happened because it happened so fast that they didn't even they were there and they weren't, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and then I seen that this guy was gonna go for a round 2, and I'm just like, okay, round 2. That and if you of all people,
dude.
you of all people already know, history repeats itself.
Yeah, those those who do not acknowledge history are doomed to repeat it.
Yep.
And fucking Jesus, going back to the whole World War II shit, you know.
Yep.
Like, damn.
That's all I got on that.
All right.
What do you got for a topic tonight? You got
Man,
anything?
I just wanted to touch on something here. I don't know who's all gonna see this, but it kind of reflects to like back to COVID and like the cost of living stuff. And my buddy Reggie posted a video, and I think we're actually I'm gonna try to get Reggie on the podcast, and we're gonna have a whole episode about this kind of thing, and it's gonna be due to the cost of what it costs me to get to a gig and then what I make from a gig. Full disclosure, no veil or nothing. Stephanie will tell you that this is true. It costs me before I even get to the venue with fuel and food. It costs me around $30 to $40, just say $35 on average to even get to the gig. It costs me.
And I could compare with this too, because with my racing stuff, I have a 1099, and normally it's $50-$60 for me to fill up, and then I've probably got $30 a night and food. So I'm somewhere around $90 to $100 before I get paid at the end. I'm not going to get
too far, and I'm not going to get too far into it because I want to save a little bit for Reggie and maybe Frog or whatever to get involved as well. But
he'd be fun.
Oh yeah, I make anywhere between $100 and $120 depending on the venue. That's what they pay me to play music for 4 hours. That doesn't include the drive to the venue. We left here at approximately 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock Saturday. Got to the venue about 7 o'clock, maybe a little after, and proceeded to set up. We started playing about 9:15. We were about 15 minutes late. And we played till 1, and Stephanie and I rolled in here at 2:58 in the morning this morning, Sunday morning. So I don't know if you want to calculate those hours for me real quick.
I'm on it right now. So that's approximately $15 an hour. That's about an 8-hour deal.
So it's 8 hours.
From the time you left, from the time you get home, drive time and everything.
So just say in a perfect world, I make $120 from the gig. It costs me $40
That's exactly what I put in there. Is $120 on average divided by 8 hours of your travel.
Subtract $40 from that $120.
Oh, hold on. Oh, hang on. So
because that's what it costs me.
Okay. So
I gotta put gas in the
only $10. That's only
$10 an hour. Are you gonna go? Anybody in the chat can chime in too. Are you gonna go? And race car drivers are weird people because they, spend $1,000 to go race for a purse that's $250. But
that's true.
It's not so much about the money, because I told Steph on the way home. I said, you know what? I love doing what I do, and as soon as I hear that fucking guitar start to gnarl and like show its teeth, I'm fucking in it, dude. Like I turn into I've done it for 20 years. I turned into a different person, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm making shit happen.
You do.
I do. Like it's like my eyes just fucking just glaze over, and I'm real high on endorphin. I'm zoned out.
Awesome. You're fun to watch, dude. Like your atmosphere and your demeanor and everything is so much different when you're in there playing, man. You just you're fucking locked in. It's
you
you're
cannot
definitely a
get. It's
fucking
hard to get
entertainer.
me out of that. Like, and it's
Right.
hard to describe to somebody who doesn't experience that, of bringing the joy of making music into someone's life for a few hours. If this was a job, I probably wouldn't do it for
Right.
fucking coffee beans. But you know, the people
Can't
that
live off of it.
can't live off of it. Back in the day, I used to have to play. So here's my thought: when bar owners or venues or someone who books you, whether it be a bride and a groom or whether it be a fucking kid's birthday party and you're a DJ or whatever, you as a bar owner didn't go through and bitch at your suppliers because they raised prices. You just paid it, right? Everybody did. When COVID happened, everything went up. The price of everything has gone up about 2/3. A gallon of milk was $2, right? Like what, at $2 for?
I mean, it's like $3.50 something.
And it's
now.
like $3.50 something now. So that's exponentially 35 to 40% more. They didn't ask you. They just did it. And you still fucking pay it. And that's the same thing, in my opinion, from a musician's standpoint, is it costs us more to get to a gig. So why is the bar owner asking me if I'm bringing a following or how many people can I guarantee? I can't guarantee anything because I'm not in charge of those people. I'm not in charge of our fans.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's kind of hard for us on the racing side of thing when
Exactly.
tracks ask us how many got. It all depends. How many guys blew a motor? You know, how many wrecked their shit? How many's got? I mean, this isn't professional racing. How many of them's got birthday parties? How many of them's got graduation parties and stuff they got to go to this weekend?
Yeah.
They got how many of them are on vacation with their family? I don't know.
So yeah, just something to think
gamble.
about for the next couple weeks until we get the episode for these guys lined out, of you know, pre-qualifying someone that you need to do a job for you, you know, and then also oversaturating that market, and then at what point does someone doing a job for less money qualifies as an undercut, and at what point does that devalue the services of someone who is a higher quality product? See what I'm saying? Are you, as a bar owner or a venue owner, are you going to book a band who sucks for $300 and have 6 people in there, or are you going to book a band for $1,000 that's awesome and fucking have 600 people in there throughout the night? You know what I mean? And that's what's happening here in Terre Haute in the music scene, is the fact that there are people out there doing, you can go anywhere. I can go right now a quarter of a mile away and go see a band right now that's an open mic. And that guy is making $500. One guy's making $400 to $500 running that open mic for 3 to 4 hours, and my whole band is making $200 more than that. And 6 guys are making $100.
Right.
So it's one of those things where, like, don't, like, just think about, like, the cost of what, like, I have.
So
is
that what you guys ask, or is that what they offer?
It just depends.
I mean,
That's
do you
usually,
even get a say? I mean, can you guys start going to some of these places and say, hey, man, like, you know, we're looking to get $900,000. You know,
we can't.
we
have. Yeah, we started at the beginning of this year, and some places are like, no, we're not paying that much money to have you guys here.
But does it help? I mean, since you guys are charging $500 or $600, and you guys, I mean, I did it today with these 2 knives. You know, these were supposed to be like $70 for both of them, and you know, I got him down to $45 for both of them.
Right.
Is that something you can bargain with them and shoot them? Hey, $1,000. We're somewhere about 5 or 6. Well, what about, you know, like, can we meet in the middle? 750, 800, man. Like,
we can,
you know,
and that's the thing.
I didn't know if some of them will actually work with that and say,
they
you
will.
know, we could work with you, or if they just say, fuck it, we're firm on this.
A lot of them
it,
say, fuck it, we're firm on it. It's $600, or you're not playing here. And that's the attitude that these bar owners have, is like that they have us as the band under their thumb, like, we need that money to play there. Like, we need that exposure, or we need that gig so that we can make fucking, get Domino's pizza for the kids this week. We don't need that money. I love it. That's my fuck off and, go buy a brand new fishing pole money. Like, I don't need it. I would rather play 4 gigs a year for $200 a person than play 40 gigs a year for $100 a person.
Right.
Just because of all the extra stuff that I have to do with rehearsals and things like that. Oh, well, it's just part of it. That's the thing that you signed up for. Well, when people don't show up to your venue because you didn't do any advertising for fucking steak night on Thursday, you didn't fucking sign up for that. You signed up for it as a bar owner. Like, you fucked up. You know what I mean? That's not my problem. You didn't advertise the band, so.
That's exactly where I was going with it too. It's like, I can't blame. I mean, we do some of it. It's hard. We all have full-time jobs with the series, so it's hard for us to try and push and promote real hard. We don't have all the time and the resources in the world to be able to do it. And some of the tracks that we go to, they're in the same predicament, that there isn't a newspaper. Nobody listens to the fucking radio anymore. Like, those used to be huge resources that people listen to on their local radio stations and their local newspapers, that people could put races and bands and stuff like that out there. And everybody's seen it, and everybody knew, hey, we're hopping in the wagon and we're going to watch the race this night. Or, hey, we're hopping in the wagon, we're going to go listen to these guys, or do this or do that, or go to the drive-in. It's so hard, but so easy to promote stuff. You just have to have the right resources and tools and time to do it. And, I see it a lot more and more. And, like, I wish I had more time, because I'm like you. I have a deep passion for racing, but I'm already stretched pretty thin, and I don't have as much time as I would like to dedicate into promoting and trying to get more asses in the seats in the grandstands and get more people involved. We do okay, but I mean, it's not anything like it was when I was a kid. I remember going to Rushville when I was a kid, and the whole grandstands were absolutely packed. And the pit gate in the backside where everybody parked their trucks was absolutely packed. It was families just piled in the back of the bed of trucks. But it all factors back in with, everything used to be $5 a ticket to get in, and kids were fucking free.
Exactly.
And a lot of tracks will still let kids in for free, but it's $12 or $15 a ticket now. You used to be able to get pits for $15, $20. Now it's $30, $35 in some places, $40, $45 in some other areas.
Yeah.
Some people have to, and the thing too, over time, and we talked about this earlier too, about, how people don't want to stay out too late and stuff anymore. There's so many different options for entertainment.
Right.
You could go do so many different
more.
fucking things.
Yeah.
And, people want to do all of those things. They want to experience different things, and some of them make a choice. And sometimes the choice isn't to be sitting in that bar or sitting in our grandstands watching us race. And it hurts us for sure. I mean, because that's how the series, or then that's how you guys make money and build a reputation, so you guys can keep getting into those places and have a little bit of leverage to ask for more money, because you do bring so many people in, and they know they're going to sell X amount of drinks and X amount of steaks, like you were talking about. It's a double-edged sword, and it's one of those things that the way the world is going, it's a balance act.
Yeah, it's like
so
Hunter just said in the chat. The problem with that is, as a business owner mindset, if I pay this band X amount, will this band bring in more business to make X plus Y on said night? You can't judge it off
ROI.
that.
Yeah, ROI, like the return on investment.
You can't return on investment, because if you pay a band $300 and they bring 6 people in the whole night, as opposed to paying a band $1,000 and they bring 600, you can't compete with that. And that's what my point is the fact that there's guys out there doing acoustic shows for $300 and there's 12 people there the whole night, and you make $100 and you just lost $200 because you paid that fucking idiot $300 to go out there and fucking just fucking wail in a microphone for 2.5 hours, as opposed to having a band that you could have paid $1,000 for and have more revenue and more traffic. It's the music. I'm not attacking the business owner by any means. I mean, I am, but it's the people that are willing to go out there and undercut another musician or another service or another band just so they can go in there and play. If you want to fucking do that, go fucking play a college fucking party somewhere, or get 2 fucking turntables and go fucking DJ your buddy's wedding for free. Go fucking do that. I'm out here fucking working.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's about all I got to say about that.
Well,
quit fucking undercutting people.
You've talked about it too. I mean, the whole DJing thing. At what point? I mean, there's good money in that.
Yeah.
At what point do you try and compete with that? You know, and do something like that. You're musically talented enough.
It's coming.
You're smart enough.
I'm telling you, it's coming.
I know. We've discussed it many, many times. You know, off air. And I'm sorry if I just threw you under the bus there, but
it's coming. I'm telling you.
I know.
I love playing music, but goddamn, I'm not gonna do it anymore for fucking coffee beans when a band that sucks worse than we do. And I'm normally not like that, but I'm not in the music industry. There's bands in this town that suck fucking worse, that fucking suck dick worse than fucking. I mean, they suck dick at what they do. Like, I don't give a shit if it offends anybody. And there's bands out there that are fucking awesome, and they deserve the $1,200 fucking dollars a night that they get. Great, good for them. But you're not gonna fucking tell me that you're gonna undercut me because, oh, I can get this band for $300, and what makes you guys so much better? Well, 1, we don't suck. 2, we don't sound like fucking goddamn rabid Wolverine scraping on a fucking tin roof. You know,
you wonder,
dragging
like,
nails
some
on a
of those
chalkboard.
bands, and some of those bands that are, say they are better than you, and can charge 500, and you guys are charging 7. If I'm just throwing those for simple numbers. If there is a band that is better than you and has a more following than you, and they're charging 500 and they charge 700,
know your worth.
What's the fucking? I mean,
know your
eventually
worth.
They can only do that for so long. Because I mean, those guys are gonna get sick of that shit too, and they break it down just like we just did. When they break it down and see that there's big losses there, and that, I mean, at that point you have to do it for just out of passion.
Yeah. And passion only goes so far, dude, before it starts, you know. I mean, it used to cost me fucking $8.99 for a pack of guitar strings. You know, it's not like when I bust one guitar string, I can just get in a box and get another one out. When you bust one, you have to change them all because it sounds funny. You know, it's like you bust it, you cut an end off a fuel line or something. You have to change the whole fucking line. You just can't do the thing. You can't just redo it twice. Yeah. So it's the same thing. You know, everything costs us money, and it's just fucking, people just need to know their worth. They need to quit fucking undercutting people for a fucking shittier, inferior product just so they can go out there and just play. If you want to go out there and just play in your fucking buddy's basement, play in a studio, play on Twitch streams, play on YouTube, play on whatever. Don't do it in a fucking live situation where you're going to be going out there with 6 of your buddies and playing for $35, because then all of a sudden that bar owner goes, oh, I can get a full band for $400 and get 40, 50 people in here. Why would I want to pay this other band that is obviously far superior in skill and sound and stage presence? Why would I pay them $1,000 when I can guarantee myself 50 people at, you know, $3 a beer or whatever, and I can only have to pay this fucking band $300? That's you're fucking the whole rotation up.
All the smaller guys that are actually working hard. They're putting.
We're all in the same boat. It's the fact that my band doesn't suck, and you're willing to do it for a fucking reach around, when I'm going to do it for $100. And
there's a lot of things I would do for a reach around too. So.
Well, you know, you might get one. So that's all I got on that. We're gonna get Red and Frog in here and try to talk to them about it a little bit more. So
I'll tell you, I've actually been talking. I've mentioned this too. I've been talking to a comedian here recently too that's interested in coming on the podcast. He actually has his own podcast too.
nice.
He's an up and coming comedian, and I'm not gonna drop names yet till we get some dates set. I got to work with him on his schedule for what he's doing too, and our schedule and what we're doing. So we got some dates coming up here where I'm gonna be gone and vacation, and we're gonna be busy. We got 3 races this weekend. We race Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, so we'll be busy.
You got a busy week.
Yeah. So, but we'll that might be a good little brainstorm question for him too. Just how much does he have invested into what he does versus what he makes at his shows? You know, because I know that they hustle pretty fucking hard to do what they do too. So, yeah, we'll save that. We'll get into that shit. Let's get into some would you rathers, man.
All right.
Go ahead.
Would You Rathers are brought to you by Murray's Automotive, Detailing and Performance.
Alrighty. So, would you rather only drink water or never eat cookies again?
I think I'd rather just
your
drink water.
of choice. Your drink of choice from here on out forever is only water, or you can never have a cookie again.
Never not eat a cookie again.
Really?
Yep. I love cookies. I love cookies so much.
Yeah, I do too, man. I love fucking cookies. It's so great. All right. Would you rather be able to morph into any animal or into any person? So at any time, you could just turn into an animal or turn into a person.
I could cause all kinds of hell if I morphed into a person.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Like morphed into them as like
want.
as a second person of them, or just morph into them and just take over as who they are. Like say just
what
say
does actually
Donald
morphing
Trump.
mean? It's basically like morphing is more or less just a clone, right?
I would say so. Yeah, I don't know. What was it, Mystique and fucking X-Men or whatever?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
Hunter says any person.
Hmm.
Does that mean you? You gain their skills?
That's what I'm saying. Like, are you replacing them in their existence until you unmorph? Like
no,
Donald,
I mean even
Donald
right
Trump,
now.
for instance.
So
like,
you right now, you morph into Gene Simmons, right where you're sitting right now. Do you get all of his talents? Gene is still off in the world doing whatever the fuck Gene does.
I'm just a
But you
second
are
Gene
also
Simmons.
a second Gene Simmons. Do you get all of his powers and talents and everything else that crazy
I would say so
does?
because if you're morphing into
think so.
someone, you're morphing into someone. Like there's no.
I'm saying you do.
Yeah.
So you mean I can morph into Joey and start winning races finally? That's what Hunter Rayburn said.
You cannot put your car inside his car. They just you have to catch him first before you can morph. Like that's
2 Joeys? Man, there's gonna be some pissed off people.
you have to go faster.
Pedal down on the right.
Yeah, the one on the right
we
makes
did,
it go faster.
We did have the track pretty slick this weekend. We made a really good time. We got out of there at a really decent hour. I think everybody was pretty well loaded up by 10 o'clock.
Nice.
But I think on the flip side of that, we need to do a better job. I need to dedicate more time into the track rework process to try and keep some more moisture into it. It did get a little slick and it took some rubber there at the end. But, I mean, the fairboard was on it pretty hard most of the day. And Columbus is already known for getting pretty dry and slick. So the wind didn't help. The sun pounding on it all fucking day.
Yeah.
Right out in the open didn't help. There wasn't much cloud cover. So, I mean, we were already doing what we could. But we could have did a little bit more. We just didn't. And, yeah, So it was a slick son of a bitch. Everybody had to roll with an egg under their foot for
Right.
the feature. It was pretty
Pretty gnarly.
intense.
I saw
Yeah.
saw a GoPro video from one of the Rayburn brothers that you could just tell it was just fucking black.
Oh yeah, it was slick. Next one, last one. Would you rather be eaten by maggots from the inside out or from ants from the outside in?
Oh God, I wouldn't want to
Maggots
see
from
it.
the inside out or ants from the outside in?
I'd say maggots from the inside.
I don't think so, man.
Oh man, I don't want to see that shit, bro.
I think,
Fucking
man, it's very fucking queasy, period. But I would think I'd have to do the ants.
really. I wouldn't want them like feeling like I'm crawling all over me. You know, I mean, I feel like if they were inside, that wouldn't bother me as bad.
Yeah, that would bother me a lot. You're alive, Hunter. Hunter says, "Am I alive or dead?" You're fucking alive, bud. You know what's happening.
Hunter, we're not really sure at this point with you whether you're alive or dead. Playing Hendrick,
Dad
neither.
says, playing Hendrick, neither. That's bullshit.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's tough. I think I would have to do the ants though. Just I don't think I would have to do the fucking. I couldn't do them feeling that internally. That'd be bad.
Yeah, that would suck. Either way, it'd suck.
Yeah, but I just don't want to feel things internally going wrong and not like ants from the outside in. I could try and do what I can to try and keep them from fucking doing whatever ants do, and I could try and keep the wounds clean and ease the pain with ointments and shit like that.
Yeah, they're gonna eat you anyway. Like there's no getting out.
I
of
get it.
Like
I get it, but I have a little bit more control to control the pain and everything else. Whereas everything internal is just you're fucked, dude. You're gonna be completely uncomfortable regardless.
Yeah, well, my gut's already fucking gurgling shit anyway.
Maggots are fucking disgusting anyway. I could handle looking at a whole jar of ants before I look at a whole jar of maggots.
I got a jar of ants.
I gotta guess what's inside it. It was
Yeah.
Dano's thumb.
Ants remind me. Yeah. Yeah, the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, where he's like got the little skull and he's yeah. I know what he's talking about. Yeah. Well, I am out of drink.
I about am. I've already look at this, dude. 2 empty water bottles, and I've almost got that one gone.
Jesus.
I've pounded almost 3 water bottles.
How do you not fucking pee yourself to death?
Dude, I had a dream the other night, and it was one of those that I was really lucky, because usually if you're dreaming and you are peeing, you are definitely peeing to bed.
You are definitely peeing.
And it didn't happen. It didn't happen, but Karina said she had a dream that she was doing a task. She had to do something and couldn't get it finished. She woke up stressed out because she didn't get that task done. And I was like, man, mine was pretty similar. Like, I had a task that I had to pee every fucking where we went. I was with a group of people, and we'd leave to go somewhere, and then I'd automatically have to pee. I'd be like, hang on, guys, I gotta go. I'd go pee, I'd get done, I'd come back out, I'd take a few more steps, and I had to pee again. My whole fucking dream was just nothing but me having to pee and stopping to take piss breaks.
Huh.
Didn't pee the bed, though. That's the first time that's ever happened, though, that I didn't. I am not ashamed to admit that I have pissed the bed from dreams before, for sure.
That's fucked up.
It is. And it is completely demoralizing, but there's your just the tip topic tonight, because I don't have one. Have you ever pissed the bed in your dreams before? Drop them in the comments. I know some people. How many in the comments have pissed the bed because they had a bad dream where they were peeing and they woke up and realized that it was fucking real?
If you say no, you're a fucking liar.
How many of you do not chew your pasta when you eat?
I chew my pasta.
Do you just swallow it? Do you really?
Yep.
I don't feel like I do. We had this conversation at Karina's mom's the other day. Because she said that she gave her some like ramen, and she's like, she doesn't fucking chew her ramen. She's like, no, we're like, yeah, she's the same with her fucking mac and cheese. And I was like, It's like, come to think of it, man, I don't think I'd chew my mac and cheese or nothing. I think I just swallow it.
Really?
Yeah.
I chew everything.
It's soft, dude. It's not like it's a fucking steak or something.
Yeah, I'm still chewing it.
I'm sure. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying that what I'm doing right. I probably should chew it, but I'm just saying I don't.
All right.
Man.
I think that's the end of the podcast, don't you?
That is it.
That
So,
is
dude,
it.
big thank you to our sponsors. We freaking do a little shout out last week. Big thank you to Hedrick's Lawn and Landscaping. He is busier than fuck, dude. They're doing so much stuff. I know he was saying that he's got Elliot working down in one area, probably about 45 minutes to an hour away from their home location, building a deck, and he's installing pools, and he's doing other landscaping. I was over at his house a couple weeks ago, and he's got a whiteboard that's got all of his jobs, or a chalkboard, and it is fucking full. I mean, he is busy. So if you need anything done by him, get a hold of him now and get yourself on the schedule. Big thank you to Murray's Automotive Detailing and Performance. I think he's still got his 30 for 30 deal going on. Big shout out to Nick Ooley with Roofs by Ooley. And then also Gray Auto over in Greenfield, Indiana. Get a hold of them. Talk to Brandon or Brenton to get you a new or used car. They all have good deals. Hedrick's got discounts. Roofs by Ooley's got discounts.
Hell yeah.
And same deal with Murray's Automotive Detailing and Performance. And you get 2 free oil changes from Gray's if you buy a new or used car.
Hell yeah.
So if you mention us, they will help you, especially if you will help them. So
Save
big
you
thank
some
you to
money.
them to keep this thing rolling. Everybody loves saving money.
Yep. And before we get off, just you mentioned Gray Auto, I have to give a huge shout out to Rylan Gray. He has been putting in some really, really solid laps in the 410 sprint car. And I don't believe this weekend of the 3 races he ran, he finished outside the top 5. So huge shout out to
And he's also becoming a hired driver, man. He ran for Jerry Burton in the historical 04 car that the Josh Burton lost his life in. His family's carried that on and gave many drivers multiple opportunities afterwards.
And Tyler Kendall ran that car a few weeks ago.
Yes. So
yeah, huge shout out to Rylan. Your win is coming, buddy. You definitely from the Just Got Off camp do not go unnoticed over here. As far as wins go, I don't know when the Rayburns are going to have that come around for them. The Titanic may be fully disintegrated by then before they get their win. So
I've got to get fucking stickers. Well, before I pack my backpack up here to go to the racetrack, I owe some people some stickers. I got to get some of my fucking stickers. I got Johnny Golf. I got to get stickers too. Landon Browning. I'm sure the Rayburn's got some. I know there's some people in here that have that are big fans of the podcast and have always supported us and have asked for stickers to put on the car to support us some more.
Right.
I got to do my part and get them some shit. I'll bring the whole fucking box with me and just let them pick whether they want the black stickers or white stickers.
Right.
They can put them where they want. I don't care.
We
Put them on the
get
fucking
some,
belly
like,
fan.
like some 2x6 ones that are that say Just Got Off podcast there. So
I did just order for our Just Got Off podcast listeners that a long time ago. Obviously, things have got off the rails, and we've been really busy with family stuff and life stuff. The barbecue sauce that we talked about a long time ago is coming. I've already got the order in for the stickers. They should be here any day.
Nice.
So the barbecue sauce bottle stickers should be here. I've already got the bottles. I've been waiting.
You know
on
what that means,
all
don't
that
you?
stuff to fall into place.
That means we're just going to have to take a fucking weekend off, and you're going to have to come over and show me how to use my new pellet thing. That way we can use the sauce.
I'm all for it. I'll throw everybody in the back of the truck, and I'll even throw my smoker in there, and we could have both of them going.
Fuck yeah,
So,
we'll do it.
We'll have some pulled pork, and then we'll do some fucking ribs on yours, or we'll do something. We'll utilize the barbecue sauce.
We'll figure it out.
So I've already got the recipe. I've just got to get all the stuff. I haven't pulled the trigger on it until I got the bottles and the labels ready to go, because there's no sense in having the sauce ready if I don't have anything that looks good to put it in. So I think that's it, man.
Okay, brother.
I think that's a podcast.
Sounds
Everybody
good.
have a good week.
Go out
thank
there
you
and
for
kick
watching.
some ass.
Thank you for listening.
Hell yeah.
I think that's it.
Okay.
I heard my kids yelling later. I'll try and track Bexley down real quick.
Okay. See you later.
Peace out, guys.